Yo everyone, it's Equinox here. What if I told you there are characters that could completely break Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker, and somehow they're still not in the game? I'm talking about characters with teleportation, time control, Otsutsuki threat level powers, and some that honestly should have been added years ago. Today, we're ranking the most requested and broken characters that need to be added to Shinobi Striker, and trust me, number 1, he would need to be patched right as soon as he's dropped. Starting off at number 11, we've got Shizune. This is Lady Tsunade's Hokage's aide. Now look, she's not the flashiest pick, but she would bring something the game is actually missing. For her ninjutsus, it's pretty simple. She could bring poison-based attacks, damage over time, and like support utility. I'm thinking that she could be a range type or a heal type. She wouldn't break the game, but she would definitely change how support is played if she was a healer. If she was a range, I feel that she would be a little bit underpowered. That leaves Shizune at number 11. I would like to see her in the game, but I really don't think she'll be added. At number 10, we've got Chojruo. He's one of the 7 ninja swordsmen, and he becomes a Mizukage later on in Boruto. For his jutsus, his blade could have charge attacks and range slashes, and maybe even break guards or break that Susanoo armor or some kind of defense. For his ultimate, he could probably use that giant crushing wave he did versus Urashiki when he was with Gaara. We already have his weapon in the game, not a really nice version of it. I don't think they'll give us another one because Chojruo is not a main cast character, but it would be nice to see his jutsus in the game. That sets Chojruo at rank 10. He's a solid character. He's in the Boruto series a lot, and I think it would be pretty cool to be a DLC character. At number 9, we have Kurenai Yuhi. And this is where things get interesting. Genjutsu is basically underused in this game, and she could completely change that. We have Itachi's jutsus and Shizui's jutsus, but they're still ultimates, or we have the Tsukiyomi that is very hard to hit. For her jutsus, it would be nice for her to have like the lingering clones where it follows you around slowly, or she has jutsus where she traps you and reverses your controls or something, or changes your screen to flowers. It would be toxic, but it would be really cool. For her ultimate, she could maybe place traps on the ground. The traps could like do damage to you, reverse your controls, and make you halfway blind. Not doing like too much damage, like halfway health, because it is genjutsu, so it shouldn't kill you, but it should restrain you for a long time. So that leaves Kurenai at rank number 9. It took her a long time to be added into the Storm series, so I don't think that she'll be added into Shinobi Striker anytime soon. And at number 8, we have Asuma. He is the 3rd Hokage's son. He could bring more close range combat. We have his weapons already, but we could use his SS plus weapons. The chakra blades could maybe disperse further. For Asuma, he could maybe be a defense or an attack type. I'm thinking a defense type because of that Buddha jutsu he has, the Raigo Shinjisatsu. It's similar to the first Hokage's, but it's not the same thing. And it could work like Naruto's jutsu, the Baron mode, where it hits you away. It shouldn't be the same as the other jutsu. It would be different. Like maybe you could control when you want to attack or choose to defend, and maybe you would be stuck in the same place when you want to use it, but that'd make it stronger than Naruto's jutsu. I'm thinking you can have the Buddha Jutsu maybe as his ultimate, or as some kind of transformation, and have a Jutsu number 1 and Jutsu number 2. Maybe he enhances his attacks with wind, or he has the Ash Jutsu where it shoots out in that jet where it attacked Choji. That leaves Asuma at rank number 8. We have his outfits, we have his jutsus, we have his weapons. We have just about everything from Asuma in the game, but it would be nice to have him as a character in Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. At number 7, we have Sage Mode Naruto, and technically he's already in the game a bunch of times, but we don't have the Sage Mode version. For his jutsus, he could bring like Frog Kumite, hitting people from afar, enhanced sensing, and stronger taijutsu. For jutsu number 1, he could maybe summon Ma and Pa and use the water wave or the sound wave. And for jutsu number 2, it could be like a Frog Kumite stance, or use Sage Mode to sense things from further away, or see what jutsus you have. For his ultimate, maybe he can have the Rasen Shuriken again, and I know that jutsu's in the game, but it's not done correctly because when Naruto's in Sage mode, he can only use it twice, so I feel like it needs more power. Another ultimate for him could be where he enters Sage mode completely and gets increased speed, invisible, extended melee range, or you get like a damage boost plus super armor. Another ultimate could be he summons Gemabuta and you could control him, or you just have him attack for you on the battlefield. That leaves Sage Mode Naruto at rank 7. He would be a more skill-based Naruto to use, and honestly, we need that. And at number 6, we have Urashiki Otsutsuki. He is an Otsutsuki, the clan that resides on the moon. For his jutsus, maybe he could steal yours and pocket the jutsus and use them whenever he wants to. And another one he could use is activate a Rinnegan Eye and see the cooldown of your abilities, but it also gives him an extra substitution. For his weapon, it could be the fish hook, and it could maybe be just an SS weapon or an SS plus weapon. He could also have some kind of flight ability, and I'm thinking maybe he could be an attack or a defense. For his ultimate, he can clearly do the thing where he transforms and flies and gains increased speed and attack power, and maybe you can only use it at low health or it kills you after you use it because he was at a pretty low state when he used that. Maybe he could mess with your cooldowns as he's stealing your abilities, or mess with your ultimate cooldown. The reason why I think Urashiki might be added is because Jiraiya used the Dark Swamp Jutsu on him, and they're planning on adding that as a ninja tool to the game. That leaves Urashiki at rank number 6. I really do think that he'll be added into the game. They like the Otsutsukis, and he would be a cool fit. At number 5, we have Ashura Otsutsuki. He is the Sage of the Six Paths son. I'm thinking Ashura could be a defense type. For his abilities, I think he can use that wind style move that he used against Indra. That jutsu is kind of similar to Neji's rotation, but maybe you could launch it out and defend yourself. For his other ability, maybe you can use his chakra orbs for attack or defense, and also maybe his orbs could be another SS plus weapon. For his ultimate, maybe you can transform into the Nine Tails with the 3 heads and attack people in the giant form, or maybe you could send out the orbs in one attack and boost the defense of all your allies. That puts Ashura at rank number 5. His massive chakra constructs and defense abilities would bring a lot support potential to the game, and he'd probably be the strongest defense character added to Shinobi Striker. At number 4, we got Indra Otsutsuki. Without Ashura, you can't have Indra. And he's basically the opposite of Ashura. He's pure offense. I'm thinking Indra could be a range type or an attack type with lightning style, Susanoo abilities, and high damage combos. For example, one of his jutsus could be similar to a lightning blade, but instead, when it hits on the first hit, it dashes through them 2 more times, maybe with the cooldown of 12 seconds. For his second jutsu, it could be similar to Kakashi's, like a Sharingan counter, but instead of just using your substitution, you dash through them, and this would be for range, not attack. For Indra, you could give him the same thing and give him a transformation in his Susanoo, or you could give them a combined ultimate, Ashura and Indra, and have them attack together. That leaves Indra at rank number 4. If they drop him with his brother as a DLC, that's instantly one of the best updates in the game. Alright, now we're in the top 3. These aren't just good additions anymore. These are the characters that would actually change Shinobi Striker. And if any of these get added, yeah, the meta is done. Coming in at number 3, we've got Toneri Otsutsuki. And I feel like people are seriously sleeping on how broken this character would be. I feel like a lot of his jutsus would be large-scale attacks, similar to Obito's jutsus when he's a Ten Tails Jinchuriki. Toneri could be a range type or an attack type, but I feel like he fits more in the range type role. For his jutsus, he would use truth-seeking orbs and throw them at you, and maybe he could hold them on his back and throw multiple at you, and he'd have 5 orbs and he'd throw 1 and then have 4 left and throw 1 and have 3 left. Maybe for his other jutsu, he can transform and gain increased speed, or maybe his second jutsu can be that judgment cut, but I feel like the ultimate should be that judgment cut. It split the moon in half. That leaves Toneri at rank number 3. He might be added into the game. We have his hair, his outfits, but you know, there's a low chance of him being added. It would be cool though. At number 2, we've got Code, and his jutsus are similar to the Flying Raijin, also similar to Kamui, but they don't work the same. I think Code would surely be an attack type. He could work as a defense by putting his claw marks on allies, but he works as an attack type due to his speed and working through the ground and all that. For his jutsus, he could place his claw marks on the ground or place them on you, similar to the Flying Raijin, but they will damage you, or if someone walks over them, they will slow them down. So for his ultimate, I feel like it could be similar to Kimimara's, to where he slams the ground and nearby enemies get tagged with like claw marks and they're slowed or stunned. And if you press your ultimate button again, then Code will teleport through all of them and cut them all up. After slashing for a little bit, you'll like hit them with one big move and knock them back. Another ultimate could be a transformation for the White Karma, but I feel like we have a lot of transformation ultimates for attack type already. That leaves Code at number 2. I really do think he could be added into the game. Code wouldn't just be strong, he'd be one of the hardest characters to deal with in the entire game. Code equals chaos. But somehow, even with all of that, there's still one character who would be even more broken than Code. And if they ever add this character, you can forget about balancing completely. At number 1, Hagoromo, the Sage of Six Paths himself. I don't know why he's not in the game already, and let's be real. If they add him, there is no balancing this character. He's gotta have truth-seeking orbs, every chakra in nature. He's not even a character anymore, he's a final boss. Hagoromo would probably be a range type. He could work as a defense type, but due to all of his long-range abilities with the fireballs and the lightning and throwing his orbs, he'll probably be a range type. For Hagoromo's first jutsu, he could use a Six Paths chakra wave that knocks back all enemies in front of him, and it reduces defense and puts a guard at red because we can't break guards anymore for some reason. But even if they're guarding, it will push them back. For a second ability, maybe he can have a jutsu that rotates in chakra natures like earth to fire to ice to lightning, and it will just alternate through them. I'm not sure if it will do it randomly or if it could do it in order like lightning, fire, earth, and then it keeps going in the same order, but it would have to be strong jutsus. And I know I didn't talk about other substitutions for the other characters, but with his substitution, Hagoromo could dissolve into black orbs, and he could briefly damage nearby enemies and get a slight invincibility window. For his ultimate, I'm thinking about 2. For the first one, he could use all chakra natures like lightning, earth from the ground, water, air to agitate enemies on the battlefield, similar to Jigen's ultimate jutsu, but it goes across the whole map. For the second ultimate jutsu I'm thinking of, he could float in the air, throw orbs down that surround the battlefield, then massive energy blasts detonate everything. If they add this version of Hagoromo, range types are taking over the entire game. That puts Hagoromo at rank number 1. Hagoromo wouldn't just be strong, he wouldn't just be meta, this would be the most overpowered character in Shinobi Striker by far. There's no way you balance truth-seeking orbs, there's no way you balance Six Paths power. If they add him like this, the game is done. Like I said, this isn't even a character, this is a final boss. But now I gotta know, which one of these characters would you actually want Shinobi Striker, and who did I miss that should have been added on this list? If you enjoy Shinobi Striker content, builds, and ideas like this, make sure you subscribe because I've got way more coming. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Peace.